This is Fixing Famous People, the podcast where two reality television producers pitch solutions to save celebrities in dire straits.
But first, let's get to the Pre-Fixe, your weekly pop culture roundup.
Christopher, listeners,
Dominick.
I've got three things for you. A, I've run out of black tank tops on my Provincetown July trip. So that means it's laundry day, which is never a good day for me. B, I'm informed this week that the Oreo corporation, conglomerate.
Wait, I forgot about this.
Has released something called Oreo Tiramisu Thins in response directly to my saying that I don't like tiramisu. So fuck you, Oreos.
And I love that it was an Oreo thin as well, which is
So it
also trolling you.
Yeah, it also said I'm fat. Oreo obviously mad.
Guys,
that
everyone's a listener.
The firecracker pops gave me diverticulitis several weeks ago.
Basically ruined your colon.
And in the third position this week, much to everyone's great happiness here at FFP HQ, is that since we've last seen him, disgraced congressperson George Santos has developed a rack bigger than Kristi Noem's husband. This is the best news of the fucking week.
Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above. Yeah, I mean,
let's keep it topical for the kids first.
Yeah.
He has joined the cast of Special Forces. It's an historic cast. Like the whole... We've been getting so many messages about, please talk about this.
Yeah, they were like, you must, first thing, you must talk about this. And it was, yeah.
All right, well, let's keep it topical. Let's just talk about the World Cup. A little bit sad the World Cup is over, actually. It's sort of unifying.
It is unifying, but I'm ready for there to be, there's just so, obviously New York in general, and also like my neighborhood is home to many a tourist as you know, it's the center of the world. But I will say on Sunday, I was like, all right, I think I'm ready for normalcy again. I was just, and I'm not trying to make that be rude or mean, but just like, I was like, all right, I'm good. I want to have peace again.
I wish it was every other year rather than every 4 years. It was very,
well, because it's such a big deal because it's every 4 years. You know what I mean? That's why.
I don't know. I sort of, again, I'm not like a sports fan, but it was rather unifying. Even up here where a lot of the workers up here are from other places. And it was sort of fun to see them all galvanize.
Be excited. Yeah.
Against us.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
No,
Congratulations, España, of course. And that's right. I know who won. That's a fan clacking because I'm a sports fan with a fan. Get it?
Two things. We recently slammed Jennifer Hudson on this podcast about her performance as Grisabella in Cats.
We sure did.
And I will say that she was like, let me put everything I have into this national anthem. And it was incredible. And I was like, I stand very much corrected. Like, it was probably one of the best I've ever heard. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, she was going for, what I respected about Jennifer Hudson's performance was that she was going for a full Whitney, but wasn't going to cross that line. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
we're not ever going to say it was better than Whitney's, and she knew that, so she didn't go.
She went right up to the edge. Yeah,
she gave us the J Huddiest J Hud, and it truly was one of her best performances.
And also,
she's in a catalog of great performances. By the way, just because we don't like,
she has an EGOT. Right. She has an EGOT. Absolutely. Period. And we were reminded of that with this performance, and that ending. I'm sorry. Because I do usually I don't like when they get too much into their own thing. And I'm like, just do the song and do it well. But that ending, she brought the house down, as they say.
Well, let me tell you that speaking of sports, good Lord, what's happening to this podcast? Speaking of sports, at the All-Star game last week in Philadelphia, none other than Dame Patti LaBelle sang the national anthem. And I heard about the backlash before I watched the performance. And it's like, when you hire Patti LaBelle to do something, she's going to Patti LaBelle the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So she
what
put
do you
her
think
twist.
Is gonna happen?
Yeah. Like, what did you think she was going to do? So I was getting all these alerts, like Patti LaBelle slammed as disrespectful at the All-Star game. I'm like, what did Aunt Patty do? And
Yeah,
so then I
burn the
went
American
on the
flag
internet.
on the pitcher's mound when she sang the song. Yeah.
I was expecting a Fergie level like chaos.
Yeah.
And instead it was just Patti LaBelle being Patti LaBelle.
Like belting it out.
And nailing it, actually.
Yeah.
Like she did a great job. You know, maybe the last note, she doesn't just sing a note. Patti likes to go, whoa. You know, she needs a wind up.
A wind up. Love
and
it.
that's fine.
Very
and that's
baseball.
fine.
Very baseball.
But also, critics, leave Patti LaBelle alone. I think she's now in the category of like, don't critique her for, if she shows up naked accidentally to a performance, don't even tell her. Like, who cares? Just, she's Patti LaBelle. Stop. Everyone stop and back away from Patti LaBelle. Back to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Back to the World Cup. Back to our sports broadcast.
Yeah, sure. No. What are like the ESPN alerts? Like that's what we should be playing.
Well, all I know is I knew that there were like 11 teen superstars in the halftime show, and I knew that it was only going to be 11 minutes long. So I'm thinking everyone's literally going to get like 45 seconds. Mm-hmm. Didn't think that would actually be true, except for Justin Bieber. Like this was my only issue with the halftime show. They just wanted to give us some cotton candy in the middle, and great, whatever. They tried. It was fine. Like I didn't even have like a strong opinion.
I also don't want him in his current state to have the weight of that performance on his shoulders. Is that controversial and or brave? He did great.
It's everything you say is brave. First of all, Christopher, this is a pioneering broadcast, so you never have to ask me that.
Thank you for supporting me and being my cheerleader. Thank you for Dominick. Thank you for championing me.
It's my absolute pleasure.
Also, not for nothing, I'm wearing a black tank top and you're not.
I told you I ran out. This is not a joke.
It's just hitting me now that I'm in your uniform and you're not. Anyway,
I don't know. I am sleeveless. I am still honoring the legend that is Diane Sawyer. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm just not. No
shoulders out. Yeah. Shoulders out. It's just Bieber. Like he doesn't really perform much unless it's like the biggest stage that he possibly can. And I'm like, does he have to do this? And again, he obviously said yes to it. So sure. But I'm just like, I'm scared. I'm like,
Madonna
why put all this pressure on him again? You know what I mean?
True. And also he felt like he was going through it during the performance.
He did
Madonna opens up backstage. She reels out there. She's gone. Literally, Madonna was already back in her hyperbaric chamber before the halftime show.
No, literally.
And
she was
on top of that,
she was on that dune buggy like bopping away. I was like, what is this?
Back in the city before it stopped. And then like 5 minutes later at the end of the halftime show, Miss Piggy is quite clearly wearing the same outfit Madonna wore at the beginning of the halftime show. And Piggy is wearing it at the end.
P.S. Biggest stars of anyone there, the Muppets.
The Muppets.
Like, I'm sorry, but like we need to bring them back as like A-list plus celebrities. Like, because they are.
The Muppets on the international stage singing a White Stripes song, I think, was possibly the most surreal moment. Yes. But again, my only note for that BTS was that, I mean, it didn't even seem chaotic. It just seemed like a lovely little intermission.
No, it was great.
But Justin Bieber singing a ballad in the middle of it
was strange.
Longer than anyone else, got more real estate than anyone else. That was the only sort of, I didn't get it.
However, it's hard. Like we're never going to be like completely satisfied with it because they're like, how do we represent
There's
like
no fun in that.
The whole world in this one 11-minute performance? And you just can't, you know what I mean? So like, there's always going to be something where we're like
people. Yeah. Then they're like, Robbie Williams is there. And then they were like, Post Malone's going to be there. And I was like, I don't know the difference between Post Malone and Jelly Roll now. So someone help us all.
Okay. But you know who I'm sorry to tell you all. But A, looks better than she ever has in her goddamned life.
Please say the name I think you're going to say.
And like I'm sorry, the performer of the world is Shakira.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
yes,
my
ma'am.
God. Like the definition of body be banging in the dictionary is her in this performance.
Those hips couldn't lie if they tried.
If they were if they were in court, they couldn't lie. Like
Shakira's hips are the motherfucking truth, bitch.
Oh my God, is she great? Like I've always, you know that I've always loved her. Like even Underneath Your Clothes, one of my favorite songs ever, you know?
She's truly like a global unifying superstar. Like, truly.
And then her with all those girls, like they were just choreography, boots down. And then for her to then be with like all those kids, great, loved it. Like it was beautiful.
And then Elmo from Sesame Street tweets that he met Tom Cruise, and my whole mood changed.
Yeah, and then we know that Scientology is recruiting the Muppets into...
I tweeted Elmo back, and I said, why don't you ask your friend where Shelly Miscavige is, Elmo, now that you're a part of it. Now that you're a part of it.
You and about 1.5 billion people tweeted that back at that
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so let's get on to our most message. We should start a category every week about what we get the most messages about. By far, I mean, well, I did get a lot of messages about the halftime show, but I definitely got more messages, and I know you did as well, about the casting of season 5 of Special Forces. Wow.
Good cast, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, let's just run. I'm going to run down the list as it was given by Deadline, okay? Some of the names I don't know. If you know them, tell me.
I'll explain to you if I need to, yeah.
You can explain to me what NBA champion and podcaster means. That guy named Matt
Well, thank you so much.
World champion boxer Alicia Baumgartner. Former The View co-host and actress, and if I'm not mistaken, somehow a Fixie Award winner, CCB herself, Candace Cameron Bure or Bure. Will we ever know? Will we ever know?
Well, we will, because it's Bure.
Is it really? So now we know? That's anticlimactic.
Just her alone, it has me tuning in. And I've been on KKC multiple times, talking about the show and saying that it's the worst. It's a show that makes me upset. You know what I mean? It's it causes me pain, and yet I will watch simply for CCB.
This list, if you don't know the names that are coming on this list, protect your clit. Protect your clit, because it's going to pop.
Lie down.
Get prone. Actor and hottie David Charvet, love him, always have. He is in the Spank Bank for sure. Reality TV star and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alumnus, Brandy Troublemaker Glanville, baby. I cannot wait. She and one of her new faces are on this broadcast, and she is in it to win it. I can't wait.
I'm nervous she's going to try to bang the guys, the trainers that yell at them.
Yeah, I'm not nervous about that. My fingers are crossed for it, actually. It is the expectation is that she fucks someone here. Speaking of troublemakers, none other than I will stand up to my mother no matter how much of a beating I take. Mr. Colin Gosselin joining the show. Now, this is how you launch a book.
Beautiful move.
On Special Forces.
Beautiful move.
This kid should be fixing us. Congratulations,
yes. Correct.
Actor Oliver Hudson, the son of course, Goldie Hawn, and the brother of Oscar nominee Kate Hudson.
Upsetting.
Why?
Just don't do
everyone else, you're like,
George,
yes,
you're
go
George
for
Santos.
you.
Don't do this. Everyone else, I'm like, this is beautiful for him. He's like, you should be above this, but you're not.
NFL Super Bowl champion LaShawn McCoy, Olympic figure skater Maxime, is it pronounced Naumov or Naumov?
I'm not sure.
That.
Sports.
Actor Ruby Rose.
Dominick.
Now you're happy for Ruby Rose, but not for Oliver Hudson, I see.
No, it's not even that. It's just I was shockwaves whenever I saw that name, because that's whoa. And to remind everyone, this is the person that alleged that Katy Perry sexually assaulted her. Trigger warning.
Yeah.
This is someone who's
we're going to do a trigger warning. We can be more graphic about it, but never mind.
Just don't. Just don't. Please,
never mind.
Spare them for once. But no, whoa. That's a shock to the system for me. Because then this gets her.
Everyone who's dropping bombs is, pun intended, on Special Forces now. And this is where they're doing it. It's pretty great. Comedian Hannah Stocking. Selling Sunset star Brianna, is it TZ? TC?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
TZ.
One of Nick Cannon's baby mamas. Also.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So I'm excited for have them be like, aren't you one of Nick Cannon's wives? And her be like, yes. And then have to talk about it in that scary bunker that they sleep in.
Uh-huh. And then before we get to the dame of Special Forces, of course, we have to get to a father-daughter team appearing from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle Richards' ex, Mauricio Umansky, and Alexia, his daughter, Kyle's daughter.
Excited.
Very excited.
For Brandy to be with the two of them is going to be fun.
That's
she's
incendiary.
What happened? That's
sure.
crazy. That has Bravo tuning in to see that interaction,
I mean, if we're going to stay on brand here, or if, no pun, but I mean, Mauricio needs to fuck Brandy on Special Forces.
Sadly, she's too old for him now.
He's got to put it aside.
I know.
He's got to put it aside.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Mauricio, if you have sex with Brandy Glanville, I will go on one date with someone in their early 40s.
Guys,
the gauntlet has been thrown.
Dominic just threw up in the bin. Just saying that.
And of course, the already undisputed Empress winner, no matter what place he comes in.
He could quit 5 minutes into the show, which he will. He could quit on the first thing that they do, and he will still be the winner. George Santos, yeah.
Now, obviously, he's practically a patron saint of this podcast at this point. The network did him dirty. They released these headshots. And he's gained weight. And look, we I don't know why I sound so serious here. We talk a lot of shit about a lot of things here. It's like, I'm someone who has struggled with their weight before, so I'm not. And also made fun of it. So what I'm saying is I've had these tits before, and I like seeing them on George Santos this week.
It's rough.
It's fun that someone else.
No, they did him so dirty. They did him so dirty with that picture.
They could have photoshopped someone,
or just picked another photo. It leads me
to believe he pissed them off somehow during production, and he's going to get a really bad edit on this television show.
It also makes me.
He's got a rack. He's got gynemastica, I believe, is what they call it. And
Dominic,
I'm not even joking.
How dare you medical it? How dare you medical it?
He has breasts. He has breasts. He's got a bosom, and it's unfortunate, but
I feel that they may be squeezing all the juice out of the lemon while they still can, because I'm nervous that truly 5 minutes into the show, he's going to be like, I can't do this, and leave.
But all of the backlash already started. Like this is what they released just a headshot of George Santos, or should I say a head and tit shot. And he's already releasing statements about the backlash. Like, yes, I got fat. You should be ashamed of yourselves. It's like, you've been to jail. Be quiet. You don't get to shame me, George Santos. You don't get to shame me, Byron Nome, George Santos,
Byron Nome Jr. Goodbye. That's so horrible. We're horrible. We are horrible. Anyway.
But George Santos, above all, is an entertainer. So we will see. I'm hoping to see a little bit of Kitara Ravache in the jungle, or wherever they are here.
Can you imagine in the desert?
You think George Santos packed drag for this trip?
I hope not. No, they would not let him. That's the thing. They go. This show is like human torture put on camera. They beat them up, and they waterboard them every episode, and they go through their backs and oh, what's this? Throw it in the garbage in front of them. It's truly if you were at Guantanamo Bay, if you're they're showing you what happens when you're being tortured by an enemy military.
I need them to go through George's bag and pull out Kitara Ravache's red boa, and
light it on fire in front of him,
and then light it on fire. That's what I want. Is George? It looks like George is the only gay on the cast. I'm not seeing. I haven't slept with any of these other people, but I love that he's representing our community. Thank you, George. My favorite story of the week, or at least the most hilarious, Jaden Spears has come forward on social media to address claims that his mother is a clone. What is this planet? What is this planet? Dear everyone who thought that there was a clone version of Britney Spears, end it. Leave your home, leave your family. You're embarrassing them. Your friends don't like you. Go to an island and hide there. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out. So he literally had to go online and be like,
my mom is
paraphrasing, but he's like, are you people fucking serious?
But why even say anything? Do you know what I mean? At this, because it doesn't matter what he says.
It doesn't, but we never hear from them. So I was actually like, this is what drove you to speak. It's of all the other things that people say about your mom, you come out of mothballs to be like, she's not a clone. Please stop talking about her.
But you know what's weird is I bet he's really upset because he's oh, people are going to try to say that all this is because it's not weirdly, I almost feel like he's defending her, being no, this really happened to her and my mom's fucked up now because of this. And you can't say that it's a clone that's not real, the blah, blah, blah. And that's why she's crazy. It's no, because you all did this to her. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel that's what he's doing. And I like that part of it.
Well, the Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey took the world by storm this past weekend. It is a beast, by far the #1 movie. A really good indicator for a lot of other blockbusters that are coming out later this year, like Dune and Avengers and all that stuff. So it seems like Odyssey has helped 2026 has helped box office reclaim the status it had before COVID. So we're back onto like a $10 billion year. Have you seen it?
No, but I do want to say it does look good.
I do want to too. Oh, everyone I know who's seen it has loved it so far. And like so much, I mean, the amount of bots writing negative reviews on threads, it's just like,
Dominic, of course.
Why is Elliot Page playing the Odyssey? It's like, excuse me, robot, you have all those facts wrong. Elliot Page not playing the roles that you thought he was playing. Any of this nonsense. Lupita Nyong'o apparently looking as beautiful as she's supposed to. And all the pre-backlash in the trash can.
There was also like a video going around of like Lupita Nyong'o acting in it, and them being like, look how bad her acting is. And then you find out that video that's going around is just an AI thing that someone made and sent around. It's not even in the movie.
Lupita Nyong'o needs to also be in Patti LaBelle's camp of like, there are certain people we should not be speaking about.
What has she ever done to anyone other than be beautiful and be a great actor?
That's it. That's literally the only two things she's done here. The trailer for Avengers Doomsday, speaking of blockbusters, was released. And it looks exactly, no shade. It just looks exactly like every other Avengers movie. And I will see it in the theater.
That's what we're here for. Sorry to say, they tried to reinvent the wheel, and we saw how that ended up. And so
I know. I guess the big thing at the end of the trailer is Thor looking at someone and going, "It can't be. It's not possible." And they show that Captain America or Chris Evans is still alive and has longer hair. The build up to this, I thought it was going to be Shelley Miscavige when Thor was like, "This can't be," and then it just showed Chris Evans. I was like, snooze. I'll see it anyway, but yeah, you're not.
But also, this is the problem is that like they did all this stuff with the like, and we've talked about this when we talked about Marvel a million years ago. Is like the multiverse, so like anyone can come back at any time and all this stuff, and like so if someone dies, like it really actually doesn't matter because they can just come from another dimension and still be there. And so it's like, well, what does any of this matter then? And that's their problem. It's like I feel that if this is what it is, that this is kind of a mistake because it's like, oh well, whenever all these people like, why can't Black Widow, my best friend in the world, Scarlett Johansson, why can't she just come out of that weird like dungeon cave cliff that she had to fall off of? Spoiler. Like she could come back. You know what I mean? Like it's just like,
and should actually. She's kind of a better character in my opinion, but
I mean, she's great. Yeah, she is. As much as I can't stand her, she's a great actor.
I don't see Madam Web in any of the trailers, by the way. So get out of here, Dakota Johnson.
Have you seen that movie?
I told you I don't know if it was you. I think I was chatting about it with Tom at dinner last week. I saw the first third of it and then just couldn't take it anymore. I'm not a Dakota Johnson fan, and I don't know why. I don't have like blood curdling hate for her, but I'm just like.
I was watching it, and I watched it on a plane, and I truly was like looking around, and everyone else being like, "Can you believe that this is happening?" And everyone was like, "What are you doing?"
Speaking of films and people that we talk about a lot, after the Pre-Fixe today, we will be reviewing the Jennifer Lopez, Brett Goldstein starer, Netflix's Office Romance. I'm just going to leave that there for you.
I have so many thoughts
there for you.
So many thoughts.
I have a lot of thoughts. I'm not going to say anything more. You have to wait.
We'll have to wait. We have to wait.
While we're in Marvel land, if you follow comics, as in comic books, this is sort of a big story that after 90 years, Marvel Comics is leaving New York. Like Marvel being in New York was always sort of a feather in the cap, but they're going to Hollywood and they're going to be lumping themselves in with all the other Disney offices there. And so there's 100 employees here that'll be relocating. But I don't know, kind of a big deal. I used to like comic books when I was a kid. And knowing that Marvel was in New York always felt like we were in like the center of the action. No, we're not. That's
sad.
It.
Okay.
Well, we knew this was coming, and now it is official. R. Kelly has asked Donald Trump for a pardon.
Oh, God.
In the words of astronaut Gail King, sit down, Robert. Sit the fuck down.
He'll probably get it.
According to the Chicago Tribune, as a long-shot motion for a new trial remains pending, imprisoned Chicago R&B superstar, how dare you, Chicago Tribune, R. Kelly has formally asked President Donald Trump to commute his 30-year sentence for an array of sexual misconduct convictions. Good luck, Robert.
Why do I feel like now that the Tate brothers have been arrested again? Which I guess we won't even get into that, but like his outfit, the best thing of all time. Like I'm sure
because he's dressed like Peg Bundy from Married with Children.
Early. But like I'm sure like now that that's happening, our boy DT is going to be like, you know what, 1 for 1, 2 for 1.
So the Tate brothers, as Chris just mentioned, were arrested in Miami a couple of days ago.
By British authorities or something.
Yes,
like it's for Britain. It's not even for here.
Yep. No, same array of sexual misconduct and blah, blah, blah allegations. And they are to be extradited to the UK as soon as possible. They are predictably fighting it. In one of the videos of their apprehension, it appeared as though Andrew Tate was trying to give his phone to one of his bodyguards. So this is allegedly, like if you look at the video online, you make your own determination. I don't think it worked. I know it didn't work because we've seen the video. Well, now we get to the invasion section of our podcast. This week. There was a literal gate crasher at Beyonce and Jay-Z's home in the Hamptons where someone drove their car through the fucking gate.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they wanted to know where Act 3 was. They were hoping to get in there and find out where the album was.
That's terrible.
No one's hurt. Arrests were made, etc. But the bigger invasion story is this man who ran past security at 30 Rock last week.
Yes, I saw
into
that.
the Today Show. He was looking for Al Roker. He confronted Craig Melvin. He got like centimeters from Craig Melvin and issued racial slurs and was a maniac and then was apprehended. Well, the security guard that allowed this to happen has been dismissed. And everyone was quite shaken up actually about this, as one should be. You would think that would be a pretty secure building.
It's also, I've been to the Today Show. Like, you go through a lot of security to get back to where you go. Like, there's multiple doors that have to be opened by a key card. There's like a metal detector that you go through. Like, you're not like bopping on through and just accidentally go in the wrong elevator and like you're there. Like,
no, it's annoying. It's a building that when I go in there, I'm annoyed because I know all the levels of bullshit I'm going to have to do to get in.
Yes.
And so
I've been in the back, like I'm walking by and I see Carson Daly in the hair and makeup chair getting his hair and makeup done for his segment. Like, I was in the green rooms of it, and it's like very hard to get there. Like, so I don't like that.
Well, the person got fired already, thankfully. And the funny thing is that, well, it's not funny, but last week, Savannah announced that she's going to be gone for a couple of weeks because, as we reported a few months ago, she's going to be hosting the new Wordle game show. So they shoot the whole season in a few weeks. But after what happened last week, Craig Melvin had a planned vacation this week, and she came back for a couple of days just to be like, hi, America, we're still here. We're still good. She just swung back in for a few days to make sure everything at the house was cool while Craig was out of town.
God, who do we have left other than her? And she's been through too much, as we all know.
I want to know why the intruder was after Al Roker. Well, who needs Al Roker this badly? Did you need the weather, or was it personal?
Right. Yeah, like the weather. It's too hot. He's always taking it out on Al Roker.
That's hurricane season. Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, why were they trying to get to Al Roker?
I don't know.
They're like, you're too skinny now.
This, I hope, will be answered in a Ryan Murphy series about the entire
feud. Al Roker versus some lunatic person.
Al Roker versus the world. Chris, are you seated? I know you are because I can see you. I don't know which way to get into this story with you because you're already going to know. So I'm just going to tell you there's a chance that Celine is going to be doing concerts in Montreal.
I saw, and then I was just like, I would have to like quite literally like pay all of the money that I own to get one of these tickets. And so I'm already like not even setting myself up to try to like go because I know that it will be a humongous it's going to be upset after upset for myself.
Even if we just drive up, first of all, I love Montreal. I used to try to go once a year, and I haven't been in a couple of years. Like, I'd like to go up there in the fall. It's a beautiful drive in upstate New York. Like, getting there, it's just a great food city. I just love it there, and I hope she does this just so we can go.
When we launched this podcast, you were in Montreal.
Is that right?
Because I was skiing, and you were in Montreal for your birthday.
Wow.
Isn't that funny to think about?
Interesting. Interesting.
Anywho.
According to Billboard Canada, Montreal's Olympic Stadium is ready for a comeback. The Quebec government just approved a new indoor renovation project for the once home of the Montreal Expos, which will make it suitable to host stadium-sized concerts and large-scale sporting events. So obviously, they would like Celine for the opening show when the stadium reopens its doors in 2028.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Why? In what better than 2 seconds ago?
Humongous stadium tour.
Oh,
I can get a ticket. Like it's not an arena.
This is not an evening with Celine Dion. This is not an evening with Dominick Pupa at the Red Room in Provincetown. Speaking of which, if you're listening to this podcast on the day it drops, which is July 22nd, you're thinking two things. Wow, this is the last night that Dominick will be performing in Provincetown. So I should really get there. But if you are a true listener, you are thinking, holy shit, it's Chris DeRosa's birthday today.
It doesn't feel like my birthday at all. Like, it really doesn't. Like, I keep being like, oh, and then my birthday. Oh, and then people are like, what are you doing for your birthday? And I was like, I literally don't know.
Happy birthday, Christopher. I love you.
Thank you. It's weird. Also, 36, throwaway birthday, you know?
It's a filler birthday. It's a filler queen for sure.
We did it up hard for, you know what I mean, for last year for 35. And so I'm like, well, here I am.
Happy 36th birthday.
Thank you.
And I'm so embarrassed that I didn't say it at the top of our broadcast because we're actually recording this the day before your birthday. So if I had 22 in my face, I would have been.
And again,
a little
Dominick, I'm only reminded that it's today/tomorrow because I'm looking up and seeing the date and it's like, oh, it's July 21st as we do this right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, my birthday is tomorrow. It doesn't feel, anyway.
I always remember the day. I just forget how old I actually am at this point. But I don't care to reveal it as evidenced by my Grindr profile. I leave that part blank.
Okay.
I let people fill in that blank after we have our adult experience. I want them to say, are you 29? And I say, yes. And then I turn the lights on and they run screaming.
Bloody jump out the window.
Oh, happy birthday. And by the way, so many listeners came to Christopher's Partners art show this week. It was actually quite touching to see the photos of all the people.
Yeah, it was. It was a humongous success.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a PSA. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know I said this, I think, on an a la carte episode, but like multiple listeners, like with their husbands, came to Hassan's show and they were like, meanwhile, it's a 10 by 10 little gallery. Like, we're not at like the fucking Met. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's all filled with his art. Like, it's a small, intimate setting. And they're like nervous to say that they're listeners to me. And I'm like, it's just us in the room. And I want you to tell me that so that we can then talk and I can ask you things and we can I don't want people to be nervous. And at your show, even there were listeners that were there when I was there and they like ran out and didn't say hi to us and then like DM'd us later.
And then messaged me after my show and said like, hi, we're listeners. We were in the audience. We loved it. And I'm like, did you say hi to Chris? He was in the audience.
No, they didn't. And it was like weird. And like, it wasn't like, again, we weren't in like, it wasn't 200 people coming to see your show. It was like a small intimate room with people and like, it would be strange.
That felt like a slam, but we're going to keep rolling. We're going to keep.
But you know what I mean? It's like, it's not,
yes.
You're not Celine Dion at whatever the expo place.
They know where you're making it worse. So I don't understand that either. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm approachable actually, but you're definitely more approachable than I am, but we're pretty friendly people. Let us know if you're
if you come to see us for some reason, we would love to know that you are here because you like the podcast. We would like to be approached and be told like, I'm here. Because most of the people that would come into Hassan's art show, like I already know them. And like these random people were like, oh, hi. And then they told Hassan that they were there because they love the podcast, but didn't tell me. And he had to like come whispered in my ear and then like introduce us. And I was like, you could have just come up to me.
So the next time someone comes up to me and says they listen to the podcast, I'm going to say, don't look me directly in the eye.
Yeah, don't look at me.
My assistants carry me away.
But that's all I'm saying. That's my PSA. I would love to be approached by people that listen to this podcast.
I would like to be left alone. No, that's not true. Please don't ever leave me alone. You know who I would like to leave me alone, and I keep thinking they've left us alone just culturally, but then they come back, is the Pinklet Smiths. You know, they've been sort of low pro lately. So now, all right, now I'm here at the BiblePeople.com. Will Smith's ex-friend seeks actor's testimony in lawsuit against Jada Pinklet Smith. So Will Smith's former friend, his name is Bilal Salam, he sued Jada Pinkett, claiming that Jada threatened him last December. And Jada's legal team has filed documents that show that Salam requested that Will provide testimony in a deposition. So basically, Bilal Salam is trying to get Will Smith to testify against
his own wife.
Yeah.
Why does that? I'm sorry, but why does that track for me? Why do I feel like if it was the other way around, she'd be like, "I'll be in court on Tuesday." Like, what's up?
Yeah. Also, Jada Pinkett Smith threatening people. I mean, that also tracks for me.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
didn't we?
It's
when it
very
happened,
don't fuck. She's very don't fuck with
it was
me.
like, it was something where like she was like, I'll see you, blah, blah. Like, I think we talked about it when it happened. I think it was public that she was like, remember there were other people that she was like, don't fucking talk about this, blah, blah. Remember there was someone that was like, I don't want to bring up again, like the murdering from behind, but like, it was something with that where she was then like.
Yes, it's your favorite. It's your story of the millennium for you.
It is my favorite story of the millennium. And we just let it wash right over us and didn't like
Byron Gnome's titties. There are some stories I don't understand why they're not big enough. And that's one.
Yeah. I remember like her threatening people and us knowing about it in the press. I remember
because I think in real life she is Fish Mooney from Gotham. I think she is. I think she's an organized crime villain.
You love her. You love her.
Kill him. I really do think that she's it.
Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I have to stop you again. Speaking of kill him, our youngest listeners ever, MJ and Rose, came to Dominick.
That's right.
Came to Hassan's art show. And afterwards, Dominick, we had the best time with them. We had so much fun. We met Rose's boyfriend that I think you met in Provincetown last year the street.
I did for sure. Very handsome young lad.
And we went to a bar right around the corner from the art show. And it was like a sports, like it was kind of like a sports bar in the middle of Hell's Kitchen. So it's like every straight that's in Hell's Kitchen is like flocking here because they're like, this is the only place that isn't like a gay club with like a back room. And they're playing the UFC fights on the screen. Because that was happening. And then and when I tell you, we got so wrapped up into UFC for like 2 hours, we just like started watching it. And when I tell you that, like, you know, when we were saying like, oh, people just like randomly became like humongous fans of basketball when the Knicks started winning and like everyone that like loves soccer now that the World Cup, that was us, but with this UFC fight. And like, the people would come out and whichever one we thought was hotter, we were like, that's our boy. That's our boy. He's going to win. He's going to win. Every single person we picked to win got the shit beat out of them.
That's fantastic.
Like, the one guy who was like, he's so hot. He's our boy. He's our boy. Within 3 minutes, this gangly, huge Amish looking man, like got him in a headlock and made him tap out. No, like made him tap out. And like, cause he was being strangled to death. Like it was so bad.
Oh, that sounds erotic.
And we were screaming at the TV. You would have died if you would have seen us. It was like us.
I would have loved that.
Rebecca was
there. That's how I was when you showed me BattleBots for the first time. I was like, what is this garbage? And then I couldn't stop watching it.
I swear to you, I said, this is like when we showed Dominick BattleBots for the first time. I swear to you. It was us, Rebecca, MJ, and Rose. And we're screaming at the TV and we were dying laughing. There was a female fight and the one woman's name was Ricci. So we obviously started calling her Christina Ricci. She got the shit beat out of her. Like we were like,
oh,
every person we picked -1 like got destroyed. And we were like, oh God, we picked the wrong one again. We were having the best time. It was so fucking
violence,
funny.
This whole story is a great segue into Tom Brady slapping Logan Paul at Fanatic Fest, which they tried very hard to make it seem like it was real. Our eyebrows were raised from the moment. And now, of course, then they're at the World Cup finals together, giving each other the finger. And that was when it really all fell apart. It's like, you are not good enough actresses for this, boys. And now Tom Brady is in talks with the WWE. I don't know. There's something going on, and everyone's writing all these think pieces about like, this is bad for his brand. This is bad for his career. And I have to say, do you think Tom Brady gives a fuck? He farts money, this guy. Like he doesn't, there is no sullying. Tom Brady's brand was already Tom Brady's brand. Like he's already like gotten people pregnant at the same time. He stayed in football too long. He's just like, you know, he's survived every scandal you can. No, he's not going to. He's almost like he's like the Kardashian of sports. Like nothing's actually going to ever get rid of him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I think it's silly for people to say like, oh, this is ruining his brand. It's like, no, it's not.
No,
what is his brand? His brand is part chaos.
But I will say though, is that he's seen as like a GOAT. Do you know what I mean? Like he's seen as like prestige NFL, like top tier in sports, and like WWE is like theater. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of like, it's a little.
I don't think he's going to be like replacing Hulk Hogan. I think he's just doing like, I would assume he's just either commentating or doing something.
I know, but he doesn't need to do that. I don't know. I do understand why people are saying this, but I also do agree with you at the same time of being like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, like, if I have unlimited funds and I'm retiring, I'm gonna dress as Kitara Ravash for half of my stand-up shows, just for no fucking reason. Like I'm gonna deliberately try to ruin my brand if I have that much money. It's like, let's just play.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of Tom Brady's, but it's just, I don't know. When I see think pieces come across my desk, I'm like, you thought too much. Sometimes I think about the think pieces.
You think that's what you think about the think pieces?
That's my think piece on think pieces.
But it's also like a thing. It's just so, don't stop faking all this stuff, people. Please, for the love of God, we see enough of it. Like, it's so easy to tell that they're like trying to, and much like we will get to an Office romance, they're trying to engineer something that couldn't happen.
Jelly Roll's daughter, the Jelly Roll divorce saga continues for some reasons unknown to this podcast.
Team Bunny
Jelly
XO.
Roll's daughter in a live yesterday said that no one cheated on each other. She needs everyone to stop asking, and that one day she's going to talk and the internet will crumble.
Here we
at
go.
The truth of why this marriage ended. You want to know what, Jelly Roll's daughter? It won't. It won't. It won't crumble. I'm struggling with why I'm supposed to care about this in the first place. I'm not going to crumble when you tell me what the truth is.
And also, then
so
tell
what should
us,
it be? Should we do a Patreon where we come up with the top 40 reasons that the internet will crumble over? Like, what could it be? What could it be?
I want to talk about a clone. Is Jelly Roll a clone?
Right? Is Jelly? Maybe that's it. Oh, I feel the internet crumbling. This was it. She's right. That girl was right. Well, after years of anticipation, the King of England, Charles, reunited with his son, the Duke of Smuckers. Apparently, it was not a warm and fuzzy reunion. It was just pretty cordial. And he got to see his grandchildren for the first time in 4 years. Queen Camilla was there. We hear that there was a non-negotiable that she be there. William, however, was not there. No,
and Meghan was not there, or was?
She was there. He got her over there somehow.
Okay, I like that. I do like that they went together. I want her to be there. They need to be a united front.
Yes. Right after that, Harry made a surprise red carpet appearance in New York. He was included. He was photographed at Time's 100 most influential people in sports. And I believe he was one of them. He was recognized for his work in creating the Invictus Games. So that's why he
that
was
is true.
there.
That is true.
And
I
now
forgot that's like
also,
the reason.
Tom Brady slapped him at that event as well.
Oh, God.
So this is not official yet, but it appears as though every time Howard Stern redoes his contract, it becomes a major news story. But apparently a dozen staffers at Stern have been laid off as he is preparing to drop to one show a week. And then the rest of the week, they'll just keep playing his old shows and his very extensive
for like
broadcast
and probably
library.
For way more money. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, gone are the days when, his previous 5-year contract was worth $500 million, but it's obviously going to be much lower now. And they let staff members go last week, and an announcement is forthcoming. And he's probably just going to do one show a week now. I mean, he's in his 70s. He doesn't, again, you want to talk about someone who doesn't need to work. He is in this list.
Yeah. For what?
On this list as well. He's
live.
72 years old. Yeah. And that's that. So good luck, Howard Stern. Moving on to our Broadway section, Oh, Mary is going to be filmed on the West End with its original star and writer, Cole Escola.
Smart.
So I don't know what streaming platform this will end up on, but now the world gets to see how funny this is, or tell us that we've been exaggerating. I'm fine with either.
No, smart. And then because then it becomes like it's a great show that will like never go away, in the sense of like, as soon as it's off Broadway, it'll be in every other big theater place in the world. And because it's so cheap to make and funny and stupid, and like it's not timely at all. And it's, you know what I mean? And so it's like, it's smart to have this because then everyone wants to go see it live.
Bianca Lee, who originated the role off Broadway and on Broadway of, Mary's handler, and who should have been nominated for Tony but was not, will be reprising her role as well.
Love that.
Michael Urie, I think, is going to be in this production as well, that they film on the West End.
Okay, love that.
Sunday in the Park with George, starring Jonathan Bailey and Dame Ariana Grande, will be opening on the West End in June of 2027. And auditions.
We gotta go, Dominic. We have to go.
Auditions auditions will be this summer. So that's what we also have to go to. So we could be one of the other people.
Titillated.
In the park with George on that Sunday.
Yeah. Can we just be in the background, just like in a costume? Like being
just like dressed as the twins from The Shining, just so we
like
blend in.
reading one newspaper where like I hold it on one side and you hold it on the other.
Yeah, that's like, adorable. That's right? Adorable. Yeah. Are you listening? Sunday in the Park with George, people?
Hello.
Moving along.
Oreos are. Nabisco is listening. Are you Sunday in the Park with George?
Shit. I would eat on camera the Oreo tiramisu thins if they gave us one evening of a cameo in Sunday in the Park with George on the West End. Valentina of RuPaul's Drag Race fame, and I believe she hosts Drag Race Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. She is making her Broadway debut, taking over the role of Columbia in the Rocky Horror.
Oh, yeah, saw that. Excited.
Yes. She famously was in Rent when it was televised on Fox, when we were doing those big musicals on Fox. Wasn't well reviewed. Her performance was not well reviewed in there, so hoping for better here for her. Yeah. She's taking over the role that Michaela J had. She played Columbia for the first 6 months of this run. John Legend has written a new musical about Basquiat, the artist. I am thrilled. I like John Legend a lot. The legend of Basquiat is something that's always intrigued me, and his whole relationship with Andy Warhol and all that. What I'm less excited about is that I'm sure this musical will be a hit, and that means that Chrissy Teigen's going to be like a doyen of the New York theater scene for a year or two, and I'm annoyed.
Yeah. What's going to be annoying is seeing Chrissy Teigen on the red carpet for it and her being annoying.
And everywhere, seeing her at Sardi's. Just get out of Times Square, Chrissy Teigen. We're you and your armpit fat. Go threaten a teenager. You're still in Chris Brown territory for me. Goodbye.
I'm nervous, though. Everything about it seems good, but like Basquiat, great. John Legend, feel great. Like, you know what I mean? That makes me feel good. But I don't know. I'm nervous. Will attend, but nervous.
Of course. Speaking of Ariana Grande and speaking of Broadway, SpongeBob, Ethan SpongeBob Slater, the ex of Ariana Grande, who, I mean, you know, getting dumped by Ariana Grande is bad enough, but getting dumped and then you're replaced with Ricky Alvarez. Oh my God, that's gotta.
I know you really are taking this hard, aren't you? You talk about it every week now.
I almost feel bad for him, but because she and Ricky are now they're just together now. They're just arm in arm everywhere. And
he could have Googled.
That is a hot piece of ass. Like
he could have Googled it and learned that when Wicked was over, he was going to get the kibosh. You know what I mean? Like he was going to get your outie, because she then is like, I have to be a pop star again, so I need like a hot, tatted up dude to like bang me out. You know?
Honestly, listen to the catalog, SpongeBob. You're doomed. Go back to your wife.
Just go on her Wikipedia page, and it could have told you this. Like, you know, crazy. It's
just crazy. But anyway, SpongeBob landing on his feet as the newest Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I haven't seen
role
that
he's
yet.
Born to play. He's born. Like I haven't seen it either.
And everyone that saw it, Zero Waste Daniel saw it and was like, it was great. Like, so I do, and it's been on for a long time now, and no one really talks about it.
It has been a couple of years,
but
a lot of stars have drifted in and out of it. Jinx Monsoon, like everyone's been in and out of it.
That might have to be like a little. Maybe that'll be a birthday thing. Who knows?
That'd be fun.
Anywho.
So it's summertime, which means we will be getting periodic announcements of who's not coming back to SNL. And the first one this time around is Chloe Fineman. Chloe Fineman is departing SNL following season 51. I think she's been there for 7 seasons. This also comes on the heels of it being announced that Chloe Fineman is a Scientologist, and then also is followed up with stories that there was a lot of tension between Chloe and the cast. This is all alleged, but once I find out someone's a Scientologist, I have tension with you, so I'm assuming you will with persons in real life as well. Mm-hmm. Not everyone clicked with her, according to the New York Post. Very talented, though.
Yes.
I mean, my only question for Chloe Fineman is, where's Shelley?
Where is Shelley?
Yeah, so
yeah, that's all.
It. And good luck to you.
Yeah.
Fans are concerned about Mariah Carey's voice. Now, I think we've always been concerned about Mariah Carey's voice. It is a national treasure.
Just in general.
Well, people who attended a live performance in New York are expressing concern after videos have gone viral of her just not being able to do it. It looks like she's struggling. She's singing. She's in the most recent years, she's been singing in a lower register. You cannot hit those notes forever, and everyone knows that. And
not when because she was like young.
It.
When she started, she was young. When you watch like the videos of her when she's like young and has like the curly hair, and she's like she's like 24 years old. Like you don't when you're
younger.
She's in her 50s. Like
she was 19 when Vision of Love came out, and she
crazy.
was like dogs were listening to it in other countries, screaming, "Keep it down." I mean, it happened to Whitney too. Your voice it's a muscle and it deteriorates.
It just changes, and especially someone who like has the highest register ever. Like isn't she like one of the people that has like the highest recorded note ever sung? Like one of them. Like you don't maintain that forever.
No, but you know what doesn't help is when you look like the Cowardly Lion when you're going through this process of like trying to find the note. That wig,
no, it's bad.
Is truly Cousin It territory that she's like it's almost a Halloween costume.
What also is hard is like, and the reason that the Invincibles list exists is because of Mariah Carey, like not putting effort into her own performances and us still being obsessed with her. And so like, she doesn't even like walk around the stage on her own anymore. Why do we think she's like actually maintaining and helping her voice and like exercising her voice every day? She's not.
Cristal does not soothe the uvula.
No,
Mariah.
It sure doesn't.
I think we know this.
And I don't think she really cares, which I'm like.
She doesn't need to.
No, she doesn't at all. And you don't need, like, that's what you're getting now from her performance because she truly is just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. In what our group chat described as an absolute stroke of genius, former New Jersey housewife Margaret Josephs and Sex and the City author, the original Candace Bushnell, will be joining The Golden Life on E!, which is where all the original Real Housewives of New York have migrated to do their own show. The Countess and Ramona, Kelly Ben Simone, Dorinda, and now they're being joined, and not Jill Zarin, and now they're being joined by Candace Bushnell, Margaret Josephs. A casting coup, as far as I'm concerned, because Margaret Josephs famously, not coming back to New Jersey, not clicking with the core group there. And I'm speaking in code here because I know Christopher probably knows more about this that he's not allowed to talk about.
No comment.
And Candace Bushnell, who was courted for years to be on Housewives of New York, and now ends up here. So just a casting coup. I think both of these universes can exist concurrently. Like I love that they're branching out. Yeah. The Drag Race girls do it. They go on other shows. They enter other franchises. These women should be allowed to do it too. Everyone can be successful. This isn't going to hurt Bravo. It's just going to make Bravo look, silly for not developing a new Roni, with the old ladies more. But congrats to everyone involved.
See you all in the Hamptons.
Oh, Christopher, are you insinuating that you will be working on said series, The Golden Life?
No comment, Dominic.
Oh. Excuse me. Just passed a grape.
Not a grape.
Oh, Alec Louise Baldwin. We have not spoken about you in months, and I'm so happy to be doing it here. First of all, we reaffirm our RIP for the great Sam Neill of Cry in the Dark and the Jurassic Park films. Alec Baldwin, who was in The Hunt for Red October with Sam Neill.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that movie.
Took to the socials to issue his own RIP, except what he did was give an RIP in the first 10 seconds, then talk about himself for about 3 full minutes. And the internet did what it does when Alec Baldwin speaks. And they said, please don't.
Just stop.
Stop.
Please stop. Stop the madness is what they said.
I don't want Alec, but for distasteful jokes aside, I don't want Alec Baldwin talking about any dead people at any time. No. I just want him, sir, you have 13 children. Every moment of your life, I want you making money for them. And this is not, that doesn't do it. Get out of here. Leave Sam Neill alone. As we mentioned earlier, we are going to be reviewing Office Romance in a little bit on this very broadcast. The star of that film, one Jennifer Lynn Lopez, is turning 57 years old. an absolute, truly.
Look at God. Look at God.
The eighth wonder of the world, that skin.
And wearing a string bikini in this movie. And the definition, along with Shakira now, of body be banging, I'm sorry to say.
She's been in Paris for Paris Fashion Week, which feels like Paris Fashion Month at this point.
Yeah, for real.
She's been turning outfit after outfit. And then in what can only be described as like an Alec Baldwin move, posts a carousel on Instagram because she was there with 1010 Wins broadcaster, her sister.
Your fucking girl. Your
Linda
main
Lynn Lopez.
Bitch. Yeah.
I love Linda Lopez.
You love her.
Anyway, Linda, so the caption on the carousel that she posts is like, much needed sister vacation. So there's 20 photos in a carousel is the maximum, okay? Linda's in 2 of them. In the first photo on the carousel, Jennifer is in a sumptuous bubble bath and her sister Linda is just seated on the floor outside the tub, watching Jennifer
attending her bubble bath, like attending her sister taking a bath.
Yeah. It's just so bizarre. And then appears in maybe one other photo in the carousel and barely indistinguishable from anyone on the planet.
Like this could just be an assistant. Like, yeah.
To wrap it up, a commenter called Truth Soup said, double birthdays, but all the pics are of you. So generous of you to let your sister sit on the floor while you're in a giant bathtub.
And I'm sorry. This is why I love her. This is why I love her. I'm sorry. I'm so wait till I defend her the whole time that we talk about Office Romance. Get ready. Because
it's so insane. It truly is so insane. And when I tell you that Office Romance, I'm just making the comparison now. Like years ago, Barbara Streisand did a movie called The Mirror Has Two Faces, which was obviously filmed just so Barbara Streisand could put her face. That is, when I tell you that's what, it's not just what Office Romance is, it's what Jennifer Lopez's life is. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
How dare you invoke The Mirror Has Two Faces?
Am I wrong though? I was literally like, it was like, we're going to... we'll talk about it in a minute.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it in a minute. The cutest video online the other day. I guess I didn't know that Zendaya she has several names. I think her name is Zendaya Marie, but she goes by Marie.
This is a boner alert.
Yeah. And while on the red carpet, I guess for Odyssey, someone asks, Zendaya and her husband, Tom Holland, are both on the red carpet. They're walking it separately. And someone asks Tom Holland a question and he doesn't know the answer, but his wife does. And he backs up from the reporter and goes, Marie, and asks the question and she answers it. Some people were like stunned because I didn't know that Marie was what Zendaya was called in real life. I'm sure Zendaya isn't thrilled that Tom Holland now told the world that that's what she's called because now the paps will probably start screaming Marie. But it was a truly adorable moment. Even if you don't love, you would look at it like they're so in love. I love that they're married and we've not seen one fucking photo of it. It's like they're the anti-everything. They're great. They're great celebrities.
It was a good peek behind the curtain of like they have their public facing personas, but then like when they go home, they're just two people that love each other. Like it was and even if it was completely orchestrated, it was flawlessly done because it made you feel like they were real people and not two absolute superstars because that's what they are. Do you know what I mean?
That is exactly what they are.
And many people in the because I was looking at the comments and like many people were like, oh, no one calls me by my first name. They all call me by a nickname. And so whenever like my husband yells my name at like my first name, I know that it's him. And that's kind of like what instead of like every paparazzi and every person there being like Zendaya. You know what I mean? Like instead he said Marie and she immediately stopped and was like, what? Like, and knew because it's like no one would call her that.
She's going to have to get a new name.
It was beautiful. She's
going to have to get a new name now.
And I'm sorry, they've never looked better. He looks great. She looks great. Obviously wow, they're great.
Hey Siri, how old is Tom Holland? He's 30. Yeah, it's hard to look bad. Like if you look bad at 30, you're trying to look bad. So I'm going to, hey Siri, how old is Zendaya? She's 29 years old.
She's 29. I was thinking she was younger, but I was just thinking
because she was rude. Yeah. Well, also because of Euphoria. Yeah. But we forget. Yeah. But she was like fully adult in this last season of Euphoria,
yeah, of
right?
course.
They all were,
Yes.
I think.
Like out of like college, at least.
Coming up on the a la carte, which we release tomorrow for our Patreonettes and Apple subscribers, we're going to be asking, has Sydney Sweeney been taking a swipe at Taylor Swift underneath our noses, reigniting a feud? We're going to talk about the trailer for the new movie I Play Rocky, which is about the making of the movie Rocky. Moana, the live action Moana, lost a shitload of money. And so while Disney's rethinking whether or not they're going to do any live action remakes anymore, comes word that Coleman Domingo is writing a live action remake, which is about Tiana from Princess and the Frog, that he and a partner are writing the live action movie of it. Coleman Domingo, multi-talented. This pod is a huge fan of his. I did not know he was also a scripter, as it were. And there's a couple of RIPs, which we'll be going over in the a la carte as well as several stories from the Housewives universe. Some of them a little sad, some of them a little what? A little more on that.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Margaret Qualley has moved on. We'll tell you with who.
I want to see her bang like the hottest guy ever and be like, well, hey, Jack.
That's the wheelhouse she's in. I can't remember the name of the dude, but once we pull it up.
It doesn't matter. I don't even need to know.
And we'll talk about Ryan Murphy's latest series, and we'll let you know what Lenny Kravitz wears when he works out. It won't be a surprise, but it does seem very uncomfortable to me. Very
sure it's leather. I'm sure it's made of leather.
But before we take this break, before speaking about office romance, Christopher, what did you buy tickets to recently that you wanted to reveal?
I got tickets to Michelle Branch's Everywhere. It's called Everywhere and Back Again tour at the Beacon Theater in November. I'm so excited. And Dominic, when I tell you that it has been a very long time since I've been had to get in a queue to when the tickets drop and you have to buy them. And when I tell you that the tickets for this were $60 a person. I bought
Branch.
four tickets to something and I didn't spend over $300. When have you done that? When have you done that in the last decade? Because I haven't.
Don't even know how they can afford that, but sure. I mean, that's great.
We can do this. We don't need Ariana Grande's been performing every fucking night of my life in this week of my own birthday. Basically.
How long does this run at Barclays?
Yeah, I know it's literally 7 nights. But she's performed every night. And when I tell you I haven't even tried to think about going and getting a ticket because I just simply will refuse to spend $600 on 2 tickets. I just refuse. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. And the fact that I got to spend less than in theory, I got 4 tickets to something for less than one of that.
That's pretty amazing.
To
an artist you probably enjoy more too.
And
I would imagine.
And you know that
soul.
Everywhere is one of my favorite songs of all time and also my go-to karaoke song. So I'm about to.
Would you sing a few bars for us while we're here?
Turn it inside out so I can see the part of you that's drifting over me. And when I wake your... I sang it at the Lipstick Lounge when we were there.
I know. Yeah. I heard you live. I wanted the listeners to experience the magic. Is that wrong?
I'm so excited.
Well, before we take a break for vital messages, before the Office Romance Review, we do need to reveal the winner of the Lizzo fix from a couple of weeks ago because we forgot to mention the Klissner voted winner of the Lizzo fix. Christopher, let me clack my fan. Go for it.
With 69% of the vote.
Oh, that's erotic. That's
Ding
a
dong.
sign. Go for it.
Alrinthia Carter wins with live classical concerts.
And P.S. When we tell you that she recorded that fix and maybe, without her knowing this, maybe within a week, Lizzo actually did that. And if I'm not, I don't have the details, but did she not appear with the Chicago Philharmonic,
with the DC Orchestra?
The DC Orchestra did that.
And so many people DM me and have commented on Patreon. They're like, if only she could do a flute duet with Andre 3000. And I'm like, that would be, to quote you, that's a clit popper.
That is a clit popper.
That would be great. Cause who isn't more beloved? Andre 3000 might. Andre 3000 might need to go on the Invincibles list. He's beloved by the world.
He is.
Oh,
I think he could fuck up though. He's a man.
He could.
So
yeah, he could.
I'm so, anytime we put a man on the list, I'm like, yeah, but who did he man before we put him on the list? If you know what I mean, ladies.
Oh, brother. Okay, well,
was it you who told me that? There's someone who thinks that God, I can't remember who told me. Someone told me there's a Republican Ted Nugent. I don't know why. Sports and politics. Welcome to the new FFP. Ted Nugent said that he thinks that Barack Obama is gay because no woman's ever come forward to sue him for sexual assault. Yeah. That's why he thinks
Ted Nugent would say that.
Yeah. Welcome to your nation. On that note, congratulations, Alrinthia. Well-deserved. And wow, 69% of the vote. The listeners really hate us this season.
Yeah, they didn't like us at all. She had a great fix. Hence why we had to go to a vote. Hence why we had to go to a vote, because her fix was great.
We're going to be back after these vital messages and what I'm only assuming would be an impassioned review of Jennifer Lynn Lopez's magnum opus, Office Romance.
Dominic, we're not talking about Atlas. Are you aware? Speaking of,
you know what? I have no comment. I have nothing to say about it until we get in the room.
All right, we'll be back with vital messages. We're back, Dominic. What a film we both endured.
Cinema. Cinematic.
First and foremost, multiple scenes of this film were filmed in Hoboken, New Jersey. Can I just say that? Like, many a place I was like, walk by there every day. That's right there. Blah, blah, blah. Like, So my old roommate, Kristen, who used to live in this apartment, like the reason I live in this apartment still to this day is because of her.
Okay.
She came over and she's like, I have to watch Office Romance with you. And we were watching it and we kept pausing it to be like, oh my God, this is where they are. Oh my God, this is where they are. Oh my God, this is where. And so it was so funny because so much of the movie was filmed in Hoboken, like truly on the street, like outside my apartment. How did I never bump into our girl, J-Lo? How's that possible?
Well, because she was chasing us at the duplex. She didn't want to be found in Hoboken.
So much of the film is in like literally, I was like, I drive by the set every single day, which was very funny to see. Initial thoughts, Dominic, what do you think?
I'm gonna say something that actually is controversial and also brave. I did not hate this movie. I did not hate it.
I didn't really either. It was bad, of course, but it was like, okay.
I mean, it's self-indulgent because Jennifer Lopez is a self-indulgent celebrity.
Of course.
Look, J-Lo, I feel you on that. I'm an only child and an actress. So I definitely I would be the same kind of celebrity that Jennifer Lopez is. I would, if I looked like that, I'd be naked as much as possible. I'd produce all my own movies and I would make sure that I was shot within an inch of my life and lit and beat and all that stuff. She does that here. There's not an indeliberate shot of her in this entire film. She's absolutely every strand of hair. She's a great rom-com star because of that, because she's it helps when you're beautiful. I don't know any less damning way to say it. It just helps when you're gorgeous in a rom-com. They rushed through every trope that they could, like every rom-com trope, like everything is in there. Everything from, Pretty Woman walked so this could run 30 years later. It's very that. But the accusations of J-Lo and Brett Goldstein not having chemistry, I poo-poo that. I thought that they had chemistry. I believed that they would be attracted to each other just by virtue of not just by virtue of the fact that they're so hot, but they worked for me as a couple. They truly did.
I'm stunned into silence.
I was too. I mean, I finished watching it this morning and I was like, I can't. I played it on double speed because I wanted to finish it before I came here.
Here's what I'm going to say to you, though. She is not the problem in this movie at all. Like,
what do you
think
all. Is? Are you about to say this?
Brett Goldstein, and I'm sorry to say that Brett Goldstein and the script are the problem, and he wrote it. So, okay. I think he's in the top 5 for me of like hottest like actors. Like,
agreed.
I think he is gorgeous. I think in real life he has like if he did what he did in this movie in real life, I would be like, that's a clip hopper. You know what I mean? That is big. Yeah. That's it. But and I thought this in Ted Lasso, his delivery of everything is so wooden and like emotionless. And like, I know that it's like a British thing and they're more reserved, and it's like, it's definitely a cultural thing, and that's like how they are, and their humor is different from ours. But like when you're writing an American romantic comedy, like J-Lo gave J-Lo in a romantic comedy in this movie and did great. And for what the script was, did a great job for what she was given.
Yep.
He, in every time it was time to be like crazy and funny and ridiculous, like he couldn't do it. Like all the funniest parts of this movie don't have anything to do with him at all.
No, they have to do with her. Yeah.
They have to do with her or our queen, Betty Gilpin, being like she saves the movie single-handedly of just being, I'm like, this is an actor.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Betty Gilpin giving her absolute best Elizabeth Perkins, I'm the sassy best friend role. I had no idea Betty Gilpin was in this. And when I saw it was her and that her character was preposterously like 2 minutes from giving birth during the entire film and had like a high pressure job. Like
Loved it.
She was a great supporting character. I know what you're saying about Brett Goldstein. He is not, Robert De Niro, he is not with the nuance. Like he's not that guy. I thought he was super cute in this. I thought he was just serviceable. J-Lo's a very big personality to go up against because she's not just like an actress. She's like Monster in Laws. She's Made in Manhattan. She's literally 10 billion other. Like this is her jam. This is her enough. The greatest rom-com of all time. Enough.
I had to put it in there. I had to throw it in there.
But yeah, she's a force. And I do agree with you that he didn't, he might've needed another year or two to sort of like bake as a movie star elsewhere. Cause this is also sort of like the first time we're seeing him as a romantic lead in a movie.
And it's not,
and he picked a really, he said he wrote this movie with her in mind.
Yes.
You can tell because it's like everything you want Jennifer Lopez to do, she does in this movie.
Be a CEO of an airline, but then also a pilot. Incredible. Like the bowing down. Incredible.
I love that Edward James almost turns up as her dad, as a throwback to him being her dad in Selena, which I think was absolutely wonderful. But like all the best rom-coms, like all of the truly the ones that you stop your day when you're flipping channels and you see them on, it is to call the story preposterous would be a disservice to the word preposterous. It is just crazy. She runs an airline, and there's a whole HR aspect to this rom-com, which is sort of unusual. And she has an affair with an employee, and she's, deciding whether or not she's going to resign. We won't spoil it for you, but it is a rom-com, so I think you know how it ends. Like everything is pretty happy in the end.
And it's hard. It's hard to have like the funniest people that we have on this planet pop up in this movie and like remind you what funny is whenever you like Tony Hale being the HR executive or whatever, the HR director he's in the movie for 5 minutes and you're on the floor every single moment that he's in the movie, you're on the floor. Yeah. Like it's so good.
As we texted and I posted on Instagram, I already, before watching it, I had all my lines prepared to say like, this was worse than Cats. Yeah. And it's a cute watch. Would I watch it again? No, I don't think so. But what I did like that Brett Goldstein did was he tried to push the rom-com envelope a little bit. And there were certain things where it went so far. Like at a certain point, he like shakes Jennifer Lopez's hand in the beginning of the movie and gets a boner. Like his character gets a boner at work just by having a conversation with her. And I jumped out of bed when that happened because I wanted to put it on my laptop and pinch and zoom to see if he actually had a boner, like a method actor would. But he did.
I said his acting is so wooden, even when he has a literal boner.
With his actual wood.
Yeah, like it's
as
just
like
as
his dick.
But that's the thing is like there's a lot of like tonal shifts that go on where I'm like, this is not this movie. Why are we doing this? And like that was one of the times where I was like, this didn't need to be in the movie. Like I was like, he tried to do something great. And again, like when other people do funny things and they're like crazy, it's funny. But I did not laugh at him in this movie at all. And it's like, even when, spoiler, Betty Gilpin goes into labor in the middle of it. And then like, she's making them admit that like they have had sex with each other when they weren't supposed to. And she's pulling both of their hair as she's pushing the baby out. And like, even their reaction to that, J-Lo's like, ow, oh my God, what? Like, and she's funny and he's not funny. And like, he was not equipped to do this movie opposite J-Lo.
Slam.
I'm sorry. It's just,
Slam.
Even the parts where he's supposed to be like emoting a lot, like when he's in the first scene when he's going on a date with a girl that gets drunk and then falls off of a table and busts her face open. Even when it like reveals that she like all these funny moments that should be like a big moment where he emotes a lot, like either when she falls down and busts her face open or when you see her face is busted open, he just like stands there quietly and stares at her. Do you know what I mean? It's just like he doesn't give us the like he writes the rom-com thing of like someone falling off a table, but then he needs to react and be like, oh fuck, like oh my god, are you okay? And instead he's like, oh no, what's happening? Like it's just bad. It's so bad.
I guess for me, that was part of his character a little bit, but I do think there's something about him where this role was very similar to his role on Ted Lasso. Like he is sort of like a conservative, quiet, like simmering person. He's not like the most extroverted, like Jim Carrey. This is not basically with Brett Goldstein. You know, this is not like the most expressive thespian on our planet.
No.
And I was sort of obsessed the whole time with, he knew he was going to play this role. And so like all the choices he made when he was writing it, he wrote like for himself. So ostensibly he would think he was going to write something that was going to showcase his best talents. And I'm not sure that that happened here. I believe
he did not do that.
No, acting wise, he was better in Ted Lasso, which is a little unfair of a comparison because he's got like seasons to develop a character, you know, and it's different than just 90 minutes of a rom-com where
but sorry,
you're pretty two-dimensional. But
when you go up against a rom-com legend, you can't, sorry.
I felt everything in the movie was like I felt truly, and I will go back to The Mirror Has Two Faces with Miss Barbara Streisand, because like that movie, everything in this movie, it was like, just like Barbara was the sun in that movie, J-Lo was the sun here, and everything else just sort of revolved around it. And I know that when she walks in a room, we've been in the room when she walks into it in real life, and the room just changes because she's that sort of level of electricity about her, and it's sort of, the movie couldn't keep up with Jennifer. That's my one broad critique is the movie couldn't keep up with how big the star was.
Correct.
Like they needed to rise to meet her, and they didn't quite get that high. But even still, I would recommend the movie, as strange as it sounds. Like I wouldn't say avoid this movie. I would say, is it a great film? No. Should you watch it? I felt good at the end of it.
For fun, to laugh at it, yes.
I felt good at the end of it. I was in it. As wooden as he was, I was in it. I was sort of involved. I do think that the supporting characters did help with that, though. I think that they were.
Amy Sedaris. You know, you have these are big titans. You know what I mean? It's like they had like the big ones.
They were well written too. I mean, if we're going to critique how he wrote it, like those supporting characters definitely well written and expertly cast. I will say, like they needed it. The movie, but
there's a lot of writers' room situation going on in this movie that could have been edited out of the movie. Like, did we need to see the CGI vagina of Betty Gilpin giving birth? I didn't. And it actually would have been funnier if we didn't see it and they were all reacting crazy about her giving birth.
Anyone who knows nothing about this movie is going, excuse me? Did Chris just say CGI vagina?
Yes, I did.
You heard him.
Yes. And you see the baby crowning out of her vagina in the movie for like a split second, and then the head popping out. And it's just like, you actually just don't need to see that. It'd be funnier if he could emote better and then react to what he's seeing that we don't see. That's funny. But then seeing it was like, well, it's not that much. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was unnecessary. Yeah.
There were some comedic things that didn't work. And again, his sister that is a murderer that's in jail that he goes to visit all the time. We did not need to see that at all. That did not need to be in this film at all.
I wonder if he's going to keep writing movies after this. Like, I wonder, Netflix is always a little bit stingy with releasing their viewership stuff. So I'm wondering if someone's going to contract him to write another film.
Yeah. There's also moments that could have been funnier, like when she's flying the plane, when they go on a plane together and she's in that little plane.
I can't.
And she's flying it. She could have been like doing donuts in the plane and him like throwing up. Like that would have been funny. Like that he's like scared to fly. You know what
Honestly,
I mean?
Like women can do anything, truly. This is not that conversation, but not since Denise Richards was cast as nuclear physicist Dr. Christmas Jones in the James Bond film. Jennifer Lopez is the CEO of this airline, and she is also a pilot.
Love
and
it.
The casualness with which she is flying directly into a storm while Brett Goldstein is shitting his pants. And she's like, I've flown into blizzards and tornadoes and all this stuff. I was like, you're almost losing me here. You're almost.
Yeah, no, it was bad. But again, like, that's why I liked it, because I was like dying laughing. And Kristen and I had to pause it and rewind like 6 times. When they end up taking off, she goes, we're flying. It was like someone who's been a pilot since they were 13 would never say that. It's just like, but again, that's why I liked it, because it was so dumb. Like, it was so, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the only mistake they made, again, and this is a writer's room problem. It's like where they're throwing every trope against the wall for a rom-com, and sort of like, as they're shooting, probably deciding which they're going to take away.
Yeah.
They start off the film making it seem like Jennifer Lopez is like a Miranda Priestley-like character, up to and including her walking in a room and the crowd parting because the evil boss has to walk to her office. And like, oh, be careful what you say to her. Don't do this in front of her. But every interaction everyone has with her
is like the nicest.
She's completely sweet. She's not mean to anyone.
She's not throwing a stapler at someone's head as they run out of the office
at any point. So they sort of dropped the ball with that a little bit. I would have liked to have seen her be
like scream at someone,
a little bitchy beforehand, and then sort of like move into a nicer version because of Brett Goldstein. There's also a moment where her character, it is revealed, like, hasn't had sex in 4 years. And I just was calling bullshit on that, because no one that hot takes a 4-year break.
God,
from
no.
dick.
God,
that's
no.
a life or no. And if you are, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Take God's gifts and use them.
Yeah. And I remember, like, she's like, I don't like doing this. And it's like, you think he's going to get fired. And she's like, I'm sorry. And then he doesn't react to that at all. Like, that should be funny. It should be a laugh. Like,
isn't that the scene where he gets the boner?
Yes. It's so bad. Like, yeah. No, it was a big letdown, because I really like him, and I also think he's very intelligent. I like that he loves cinema. I like he has that podcast that's like all about movies that he loves and all stuff. But it just, the script of this was bad, I'm sorry to say. And she's too talented. Like, there was so many different, they wanted to do shock value, Bridesmaids-esque stuff. Then they wanted to do like Sleepless in Seattle, like gushy. Then they wanted to do this. And it's like, you needed to pick one of these and be that. And then it would have been good. But instead it was like even when he first sees her, and I put it on my Instagram story and was laughing at it, that when he first sees her, it's a slow motion thing. And it's like almost like a parody movie version of like, she turns around in slow motion and he sees her and is like taken aback by her beauty. And it's like, but that tone doesn't continue on in the show at all. You know, like, it would be funny if like other things happened like that and it was like that tonally comedic. It would all be cohesive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm sure there were a billion people involved in having this come together. And when you're making a film this sort of digestible, it's like that you want to imitate. Hollywood has a habit of wanting to imitate everything that came before it. And they definitely used a lot of elements from other rom-coms, and not all of them lined up. And I'll agree with Chris that maybe if a different actor had been in this, maybe it would be a better film. What say you, thumbs up or down? Because I'm giving it a thumbs up, just watch it once and go, it's not going to offend you. Like, when I say don't watch Cats, I mean, you will feel like you've wasted your time. Precious real estate on this planet. It's like, we did that so you won't have to. But this, if you're laying in bed, sure.
No, have it on again, you're cooking dinner, have it on in the background, just laughing at it.
That's it.
And you know when you'll really laugh is when you find out that, spoiler alert, she has a fetish for British people. And there's an entire room of her house full of British paraphernalia where he then dresses up like one of the beef eaters, and then they have like a sexual foreplay. And I was like, this did not need to be in this movie. Sorry. Like, at all.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But she's a star. She could,
she's a star.
She doesn't save every movie. Please see Atlas. She doesn't save them all, but this was a movie that, like, because she's in this movie, you can watch it. If it was truly any other actress in this movie, it would be a complete flop.
100%, Dominick. And my final note, and I say this about a lot of movies these days because I find them so quiet. This movie needed more of a score. There's a scene where like you see that it's again very writer's roomy, where Brett Goldstein needs to fill in for the guy from West Wing and like be the main lawyer, and he goes into this deposition with her, and he
not the guy from West Wing. I love it.
What is his name? Bradley Whitford.
Yeah. Who is chewing every bit of scenery he gets in this movie,
yes,
I might add.
and is like being, and again, when he barks like a dog a million times, Brett Goldstein doesn't react enough to make it funnier. And then it's like weird and not funny because he doesn't react of it being strange.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes into the scene and he's like, it's the scene that's supposed to show you that he's a good lawyer. And like, there's a part where he like catches the guy in this lie and he's like, so how did you know this? And blank, 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 and like really grills him. And like, what if this movie was made in the 90s, you would have heard that like very, very obvious, like hijinks score where it was like, boop, 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 boop. You know what I mean? Like that very like, oh, like he got him kind of like music.
Mm-hmm.
And that was missing in so much of this movie of like, a score to tell us that the emotions are happening. And that would have done a lot for this movie and needed to be done. I felt very silent in moments that it shouldn't have been silent.
Because he needed it. Yeah. It would have supplemented what you're interpreting as his lack of, shall we say, acting.
Emotion. Yes, correct. It's quite literally acting. Acting is reacting, and he did not react in much of this film.
I won't watch it again. I think that you should, and like we said, in the background of cooking. But there are scenes I would like. Anytime she's walking into a room in this movie, I'd like some crazy queen to compile all those and send them to me. Because like no one walks in a room like Jennifer. Like truly, no one enters a space like Jennifer Lopez does.
Every outfit that she wears in this movie, flawless. That white suit that's then like the jacket. It's the one that like that's that vest.
I want to wear that
pantsuit. To die for, period.
And I don't know if it's wig work or just pieces, but I don't know what's happening with that mane, but that is a queen.
I think it was a wig. I think
it's pieces. I think some of it's hers.
Yeah.
I think.
All this to say, I mean, and again, as we said earlier, she's in a string bikini in this and looks banging.
Yeah.
Like, and he's hot too. When he has a shirt, like he's hot. Like, but this made me upset that I was like, I wish you were more talented as an actor. And it did another thing that a lot of rom-coms do that are more recent is that like out of nowhere, she's then like at odds with her father. And it's like, this isn't developed at all in the movie, like not one time. And then
it was unnecessary. That aspect was definitely unnecessary.
Yeah. And it's like we got sweaty. It unraveled at the end. And it was like, what's happening here? Like what, huh? Like it's just not, I don't know. Here's what you need to do when you have your girls' night where you're having wine and you're just like blabbing away and gossiping. Turn this movie on in the background and laugh at it and have fun.
Speaking of having fun, this Friday on Fixing Famous People, we are fixing Ariana DeBose with The Way They Were. The Way They Were they've been on before, right?
No, they have not. We've both been on their show.
We've been on their podcast.
Their first time coming on our turf. Right. And those ladies are so great. And it's a great episode. Get ready.
Ariana DeBose, Viola Davis, the woman king. That's of her. Maybe her greatest line ever.
Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up for it. It's actually a fun one. And if you are listening to this podcast on the day it drops, which is Wednesday, July 22nd, please come see my final night performing at the Red Room. And if you are a human being with a heart and a soul, you'll message Christopher Michael DeRosa, who turns 36 today. Yay! Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, God. All right. Thank you all.
We love you.
Where is Shelly?
Bye.
Can Elmo find out where Shelly is?
Honestly, Elmo, get to work.
Please. Who can do it other than Elmo? Okay, we love you.
If Elmo can't do it, we're never going to find her.
Never.
Elmo needs to get with Leah Remini and get on the case here. They need to band themselves together like Charlie's Angels.
I'm sorry, that's a buddy comedy. I'm watching Elmo and Leah Remini as cops.
I think they should remake Office Romance with Leah Remini and Elmo. We love you.
We love you. Fixing Famous People on Instagram. Goodbye.